One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
Good afternoon and welcome to PlayOnSports.com's continuing coverage of the Northern Section Girls Volleyball Championships. Jeff Kurtz alongside Nick Dobis. And we've got an interesting matchup here for you in Division III. The Enterprise Hornets, last year's runner-up in Division III, takes on the Division II champion, Shasta Wolves. Shasta dropping down a level this particular season. Head coach Mike Hayworth, the longtime head coach for Enterprise, with a record of 39-6 this year, facing Hillary Freeman Shasta Wolves, 23-14. This is the sixth time, Nick, that these two teams are facing each other this year. Enterprise leads the season series 3-2.
Yeah, no surprises between these two teams, and I'm really excited to see two teams that have two programs that have combined for 14 divisional titles since 1995. So certainly a clash of the two Northern Section Titans here tonight. Let's see.
Head coach Mike Hayworth leading his squad in here today, and he's got an interesting mix. Only one senior, Becky Cram, on the roster. A lot of underclassmen in, the sophomores having moved up into junior status. He's counting on a lot of those younger kids to lead this team. Meanwhile, Shasta, some returning players from last year's Division II championship squad. It'll be an interesting matchup. Shasta going right to left. They're in the purple jerseys with the white sleeves, white lettering, black shorts. Enterprise in the black and gold. They are wearing the black jerseys with the gold and white lettering, black shorts. They are going left to right. Starters first for Enterprise. Out there on the floor, McKenna Carroll. Rachel Martin into the ball game, Becky Cram. She's going to replace Rebecca Watt as the libero. Kiana Wolf. And also in the back row, we've got Kristen DePauli, and we are underway. We will get you caught up on Shasta here in just a moment. Here's a pass to the outside and a quick block by the Wolves. Lana Brown in the ball game along with Jamie Clemens in the front row. Nicole Batman, yes, that is correct. Nicole Batman probably the best name we've read off here on any roster so far in this matchup, series of matchups we've had here today. Nice dig by the libero, Marissa Kuntz in the back row. Over in 3, Shasta. Enterprise on the attack in the middle. Enterprise 50-50 ball at the net. We got a double against Enterprise is Rachel Martin, and it's quickly 2-0 Shasta with the lead. Also out there, we mentioned Jamie Clemens, Betsy Johnson, and serving the libero, Marissa Kuntz. Pass back row on the attack. Nice dig by Kuntz. Here's a set on a little bit of a modified slide. Alana Brown, 50-50 ball at the net, and another point for Shasta. And they lead it here early, 3-0.
You were talking about the young guns here for Enterprise, but this Shasta team has a couple of juniors, Alana Brown, and let's see, excuse me.
As another point for Shasta, they quickly lead 4-0. A timeout called by Enterprise. We'll keep it right here on PlayOnSports.com. Nick gives you a moment to track down that information you were looking for. It's rat-a-tat-tat here, folks. We got 4 games for you. This is our 4th game, our 5th game at 7 o'clock tonight. Pleasant Valley versus Chico.
Yeah, very much so. Sorry about that, folks, but I was just tracking down the information. Lana Brown and Nicole Batman are 2 juniors on the Shasta squad that have combined for 515 kills. So a deadly duo, almost a superhero duo at that.
And that will not be the last Batman joke we run out there today.
It probably wasn't the first one of the season either.
No, I'm sure Nicole has heard so many at this point. She's like, yeah, whatever. Here we go. Enterprise on the attack. Out of the timeout. Deep ball out. So Enterprise still trying to get on track here. Trailing 5-0 early. Serving Kuntz. And a miss hit. Mackenzie Arbiso unable to control it, and it's 6-0 Shasta.
Just my first impression of this Shasta team. We've seen some tall players so far in these divisional championships, but I think Shasta has the overall tallest line that I've seen so far.
Here's a set, far side. Arbizo looking to get on track. Nice dig. Played off the ceiling. Nice job by Shasta. They get it in. Nicole Batman with the kill, and that makes it a 7-0 ball game. Our officials for today's matchup: Molly Lex in the chair, Aaron Farrell, the down official closest to the scorer's table, is a 50-50 ball won by Shasta. Lines people: Bernie Elliott, who made that last line call on the kill by Batman, and then Jeff Van Asdal, our other lines person to our right. Another serve by Kuntz. Nice dig by Cram. Set. Arbiso long. No, we got a touch. We got a touch, and Enterprise gets a break.
I'm not sure if Shasta realizes yet that they got that touch yet.
Arbiso now to serve. 8-1 in game 1. Nice start to the ball game, though, for Shasta. Here's a set middle, and that's going to be 4. Not a bad set, just a tough approach from Lana Brown on the set from Clemens. Arbiso to serve again. Arbiso dug in the back row. Clemens setting far side this time. A cross-court shot from Raymond is defended nicely by Enterprise. Bumps at Raymond. She's going to go to Brown. Dug by DePauli, who gets a return pass for the kill.
Yeah, this has been an impressive Enterprise team over the last few weeks. They've won 14 of their last 15 matches. In that stretch, the Hornets have won 10 of those matches by a score of 3-0 or 2-0. Their last loss was to the Shasta squad, so they do have their number.
From the back row into the net as Kuntz went over the back of Betsy Johnson to make that play, and it doesn't work, and it's 8-4. A number of losses towards the tail end of the season for Shasta, but all against teams that are in the finals. Enterprise, West Valley, who just won in Division 4 a few minutes ago, and then Pleasant Valley, who plays tonight against Chico. So certainly Shasta's played a strong schedule. DePauli block, nice backside D by Cram. DePauli another chance. Dug by Shasta, and we've got players hitting the net. Brown slow to get up. I don't know what happened there. She's limping a little bit, but is going to stay in the game.
Yeah, and that's a good sign there for Coach Freeman.
So dangerous at the front of the net sometimes. You can get your ankle twisted up in there. A lot of players going up and down, especially if you're coming at an angle. Brown, though, blocked. A triple block this time. And getting most of that was Rachel Martin. And Enterprise, after a slow start, is right back in this one. Arbizo. Dug by Johnson, over in 3. Nice job. Kuntz with a deep ball.
That was a huge play by Kuntz right there, just to punch the ball over the line. It does just fall into play. Big point right there for the Wolves.
Yeah, they needed it in the worst way. Now set to serve Marissa Kirshner. Kirshner's serve is clean. Dug by DePauli. Here's a set. Back to DePauli. Great windup and gets it down.
Yeah, DePauli leading the team in kills with 577. Also in the top 3 with blocks and digs, so she is an all-around threat.
Cram to serve. That's a high one. Kuntz digs. From the back row, over in 3, Cram another dig. Here's the set from Carroll to DePauli again. Enterprise, I think, Nick, has found a combination that works.
Yeah, and they've definitely found it in DePauli. Nice rhythm right there. Didn't rush it and places it nicely near the back line.
Cram to serve. Dig by Kuntz. Set from Kirshner into the middle to Brown. Outside Wolf goes to DePauli, just gets it over. Dig by Amanda Webb, gets a return pass off the block. Cram is there. Set, Carroll outside, DePauli.
And DePauli is hitting her stride very early here. 2 nice kills very early in this first game.
Tied up at 9. It was an 8-0 run for Shasta to start the game. Now a 9-1 run for Enterprise. Pass middle, Brown goes high. Cram digs it. Carroll's going to set back row to Arbizo, deep ball out. Arbizo is one who has not gotten untracked yet, whereas DePauli has for Enterprise. Batman to serve. I've wanted to say that my entire life. It's out. McKenna Carroll now ready to go. Dug by Brown, close to the net, and DePauli's going to win that battle, especially going up against the setter, Kirchner.
Yeah, it looks like she just stayed right over that tape right there to avoid the penalty right there. Nice play.
Enterprise has a lead and an ace. I'll tell you what, Coach Hayworth is such a veteran coach. He's seen it all before. He could have called a timeout with them being down 8-0, and instead he lets them play it out. Now they've got a 12-10 lead.
Well, that's just a good coach knowing the pulse of his squad. You know, sometimes you call a timeout too early, it can really rattle your team.
Brown. Kirshner from the back row. That's over in 3. Kuntz, once again, great placement from the back.
Looks like both teams are really trying to test that back line early in this first game.
And they've been effective for the most part. They've been pretty successful getting those in just inside the back line. Brown to serve. Brown out. 13-11. Kuntz will return, replacing Brown in the back row. Serving is DePauli. What a great run she had through the front row on the rotation. Dug in the back by Batman. Here's a pass near side. Nice tap over. We got a net violation on top of it for Enterprise. Becca Boyle in the ball game makes the kill and gets the point for Shasta. Daniel Raymond's going to check back in. In to serve is Jamie Clemens. So a host of substitutions. Clemens, Batman, and Kuntz in the back row right now for Shasta. Dig by Cram. Carroll going near side. Wolf up in the air off the ceiling. Nice recognition by the setter for Shasta. It's in. Great cross court by Raymond, and an even better play on that one by Jamie Clemens as the ball came off the ceiling.
Yeah, I was going to say not only was it nice placement, but girls have had trouble all day playing that ball off the ceiling, and she does it nicely right there.
Here's a set. Backside Wolf with a tap short.
That's too bad. That's a good idea right there. She had the defender up in the air, just didn't have enough muster to get it over the top.
Shasta now back in front by 1, 14-13. Short ace. Someone got a souvenir. Unfortunately, unlike baseball, you don't get to keep the volleyball.
No, unfortunately not.
Much more expensive souvenir.
Harder to sneak out of the stadium, too.
Didn't you used to get a Coke or something for like that at Little League? You return the baseballs at your Little League field, they give you a free Coke?
Unfortunately, I think those days are gone.
Meanwhile, Enterprise, the other way, gets a point. End of the game comes Paige Henning. In a 1-point game, Shasta on top. They led 8-0. They're now up 15-14. Henning to serve. Kuntz to Clemens. Backside. Boyle can't get it over the tape.
Yeah,
15 all.
Both front lines are playing extremely well, which is why I think both teams are trying to test the back end of that court.
Nice clean serve. Kuntz gets there. Bump set by Sage Milestone. Over in 3. Nice up by Henning. Pass middle. Defense by Shasta. They get it over. Wow.
Great effort right there to get the tying point. And it looks like it's going to force a substitution for Coach Hayworth.
Boyle is going to come out. Betsy Johnson in to serve. 1-point advantage for Shasta. Johnson's serve is short. Nice dig by DePauli. Carroll, quick pass, blocked at the net. McKill defended by Johnson. Backside, dug nicely by Enterprise. Battle at the net, 50-50 ball, and the win goes to Shasta. Wolf and Martin went up for it for Enterprise, and they got beaten at the net.
Yeah, Wolf beaten by the pack of Wolves right there on the front line. Very nicely done by those ladies up front.
Knuckleball, back row set, DePauli. Kuntz keeps it alive. Up in the air, Batman, over in 3, Johnson. DePauli the dig. Carroll going far side. Arbizo. Now there's a kill for Arbizo.
Yeah,
and that's got to feel good.
Yeah, I was going to say struggling earlier in this first game, but a nice solid strike like that can really get her going.
Kiana Wolf to serve. Service error.
You know, Jeff, we've seen unforced errors play a big role in all these championship games, and that was one of the first early ones here in this match.
Marissa Kuntz to serve, and a misfire by Arbizo, and it's 19-16, and now Enterprise is going to use that first timeout. Coach Hayworth let him play early, but now he is going to take a timeout here. We'll take a quick one as well on PlayOnSports.com and let you know that if you want to get your students involved in broadcasting of high school athletics, you can do it through the PlayOn Sports School Broadcast Program. Just go to playonsports.com/SBP. We give you a full curriculum, a laptop, access to our production software, and let you go at it, producing not only sporting events, but school events as well. Why not put your pep rally up on the web? Get your teachers out there performing to some dance routine, maybe doing something Gangnam style, something like that, thrown up on the web. It goes viral, and your kids get to produce it. Why not?
And you make your rival high school jealous as well.
Exactly. And if that isn't a good selling point, I don't know what is. So again, playonsports.com/SBP is out of the timeout. Shasta the service error. Shasta was out there quickly on that timeout. Coach Freeman liking what she sees. It took him all of 13 seconds to get some instruction and get back out on the floor. Arbizo to serve, trailing by 2. Dig by Johnson from the back row. No, it's over. Brown in 3. Here's a quick touch middle. Nice job by Carroll, kept alive. Over in 3 by Kuntz. Here's the kill. Nice job Johnson on the up. Clemens the set, near the net. Batman deep. Cram, Carroll the touch, and the point.
Yeah, Carroll not only an offensive threat by herself, but she has totaled over 1,121 assists this season, which is a staggering amount.
Yeah, she's been busy. Here's a kill in the middle, or excuse me, a block. DePauli didn't know where the ball went, but fortunately Rachel Martin did, and it was straight down on the Shasta side. We're tied at 19. Arbizo the jump serve. Johnson up in the air. Clemens backside goes to Raymond. Blocked again. Rachel Martin giving her a few shingles. She's building a roof. (20-19). Enterprise back in front. This is just game one, Nick. Good thing we're on the best seat in the house. A couch provided here in the stands by the Red Bluff maintenance crew, as from the back row, Kuntz gets it over. Carroll the tap and the point.
Yeah, beautiful misdirection right there by Carroll. Most players try to just put that over the edge and let it fall straight. She had the mindset just to angle it, put it on the other side of the court, and picks up a nice point.
Coach Freeman calls timeout. And let's review some of these key players for both of these teams, as we're going to see them. And obviously, it's a tight one so far. Teams exchanging leads. Lana Brown leading her team in kills this year. Becca Boyle second. Nicole Batman third for the Shasta Wolves. Aces, Marissa Kirshner, then Nicole Batman, Jamie Clemens. Blocks, Lana Brown, Amanda Webb, and Sage Milestone. Digs, Marissa Kuntz, Betsy Johnson, Nicole Batman, and assists, Marissa Kirshner, Jamie Clemens, and Lana Brown. And we'll get to Enterprise in just a moment as Arbizo back to the service line. Second on the team in kills, second on the team in aces, second on the team in digs. But first in your hearts if you're an Enterprise fan. Here's a quick pass, backside on the slide. Brown over, dug by Wolf. Going middle, blocked. Brown one-on-one, returns the favor on Rachel Martin.
Yeah, they haven't had too much success in the interior of that Wolves defense. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to get something to DePauli on the outside again. She's had some nice rhythm earlier in the first part of the match.
And here's a pass to DePauli. Nick Dobus, you should be coaching.
I don't know, this is my day one of volleyball. It might be a little bit too soon, but DePauli just has that sweet rhythm, almost like a runner's rhythm, just gets into it and strikes very nicely.
Cram on the serve, Enterprise up 2. Brown, Enterprise up 1. Into the ball game, Becca Boyle. She will replace Johnson. Batman to the service line. Dug by Arbizo. Outside, DePauli, blocked but out. Once again, DePauli is automatic points.
Yeah, but the Wolves sniffed that one out pretty quickly. They might get a hand on that one next time. But DePauli just taking it over here in the first set.
McKenna Carroll to serve and the ace. Can you believe this? Enterprise was down 8-0, and they are 1 point away from a game one win. Serve off of Johnson, and the point to Enterprise, and the game to Enterprise. They take it 25-21 here in game one. We will turn our attention to game two in just a few moments. Nick, your impressions of that Enterprise comeback?
Just as you said, you know, most younger, unseasoned coaches would try to take that timeout right there, try to rally the troops. But Coach Mike Hayworth, able to know the pulse of his team, called the timeout when he needed to, and found some support from his key players when he needed it most. So
how does Shasta bounce back, especially since they got off to such a great start?
Well, I think Shasta just needs to keep an eye on Pauly on that left side right there. She's, as I said, been hitting her stride very nicely in this first set. So if they can kind of neutralize her with their height on the front line and keep trying to poke at the Hornets on the back line, they have a good chance of jumping back on the lead again. PlayOn Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us on PlayOn Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Not only do we have a full slate of games today, but we have a full slate of games next week as well. A lot of football championships kicking off next week, and I believe you said water polo as well. Is that
water polo is going on today.
Oh,
It was
today.
going on today in the Central section, and we're done with that, and the Central Coast. But we are complete with those.
Yeah.
So we've got volleyball tonight, though, in the North Coast section. 6 games coming your way, plus one more here from the Northern section after this Division III championship. It'll be Division II, Pleasant Valley versus Chico. So for Enterprise, how do you build off this momentum that you got on the comeback from game 1?
Well, you know, you just know that you have a coach that can always, you know, steady the ship when you need to. You got, you know, even though they're a young team, they're an experienced, really talented team. So they just need to trust in their talent, trust in the plays that they design, and just ride the momentum that they've been carrying so far in the first set.
Well, as we look to set number 2, Shasta now going left to right, Enterprise right to left. We expected a close match, and I have a feeling we will not be disappointed today, as certainly game 1 was hotly contested.
Yeah, it's been a full slate of volleyball up here in the Northern section. A little bit of everything, but a lot of good action nonetheless.
We are set. We are ready to go. Arbizo is going to serve going right to left. Wolf out on the floor along with Carroll. Martin, Cram, and DePauli. Shasta counters with Kuntz. Batman Johnson, who struggles with that one as well, bringing it back all the way. There's Shasta's Sage Milestone. Also Raymond. We got a net violation against Shasta. The point's going to go to Enterprise. And, of course, the setter, Jamie Clemens.
Yeah, great effort there by Kuntz to really dig that one out in the back corner and keep the play alive. Gets their team an early point here.
Here's another serve. Clemens going to go back row on the attack and in. Nice job, Kuntz. She's done that several times from the back row.
Yeah, I think she's tired of getting picked on back there, trying to let the Hornets know that she's buzzing around there herself.
Jump serve by Milestone. Dug by Cram, and Carroll had to go a long way to get that ball. Can't make the play. It's a 2-1 ball game.
Yeah, it was really the Enterprise formation that kind of got them right there. The young lady made a nice play, but there was no one at home to put it back over the net.
Milestone, another jump serve. Pretty good one. Arbizo, battle at the net, 50-50 ball. We got a whistle and a double on the overpass. Carroll couldn't make the play. 3-1 Shasta. Milestone, dug by Cram. Carroll, near side. DePauli, off the touch, the point. As soon as the ball goes to DePauli, they should just put a point up on the scoreboard for Enterprise.
Yeah, it's not only her strength, but her accuracy, too. I don't think she's missed the court yet with her strikes.
Cram deep ball up in the air by Johnson, over in 3 by the Wolves. Battle at the net, and Brown's going to knock it down. Kirshner's going to check into the game, as is Amanda Webb into the front for Shasta. Kirshner back to the service line. And Kirshner, a service error.
A rare service error there, as she does lead the team in aces with 53 this season.
And now as Carroll gets set to serve, the late arriving Enterprise football team, I think, showed up with volleyballs on their heads and wearing Enterprise jerseys. Volleyball jerseys. Carroll, I think, a little distracted, then hit the ball into the net.
Distracted our broadcast team, too, I think.
Nicole Batman set to serve. Going left to right for Shasta. Dig by Arbizo. Pass, far side DePauli, another point. I mean, is it any surprise at all at this point, DePauli?
No, I don't think so. Like I said, she's hit her stride early, and she hasn't really missed it yet. Let's see what she could do at the service line.
5-4. Up in the air, Kuntz. Quick pass middle, Brown. That was a carry.
Yeah, that was a great call right there.
Brown grabbed it like LeBron on his way to the rim. Tied at 5. DePauli to serve. Out. And Kuntz is glad that she's not a little bit taller, because she would have touched that ball and it would have been a point for Enterprise.
Yeah, Kuntz has had a rough time in that back court, but she's been holding her own as well.
Jump serve. Cram gets it up in the air. Here's a back row pass to Pauly. Dug by Batman. Kuntz over in 3. Cram up in the air. Back row again to Pauly on the attack. Dug by Kuntz again. Kirshner outside into the net goes Becca Boyle.
That's a fun little battle there between Kuntz and DePauli going back and forth. Unfortunately, Shasta couldn't capitalize on it this time.
Couple of substitutions. On to serve is Paige Henning for Enterprise. Kiana Wolf rotates into the front row. We're tied at 6. Up in the air, Boyle. Batman brings it back. And this went out from Milestone.
Yeah, that's a tough play to try to put that over your head and keep it in bounds, but great effort right there. Unfortunately, just sailed out of bounds on that one.
Paige Henning serving. And an ace. 8-6 Enterprise.
Yeah, kind of a tough ball there, but the ladies need to work on their communication on that backside. Can't give the Hornets easy points like that.
Kuntz, nice dig. Kirshner, far side. No, we got a double. And another point, and I wonder if Coach Freeman's thinking timeout here. It's now a 9-6 game. If it goes another 1 or 2 points, I bet she calls one. The serve. Dug by Nicole Batman. Kirshner back row. Kuntz deep one in 3. DePauli gets there, back in 1. Oh, great set. No, we got a net touch against Shasta. What a redirect by Carroll. And a timeout. There's that timeout from Hillary Freeman. We'll take a quick timeout as well here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
That's right, Jeff, and PlayOnSports.com is not only your destination for Friday night football action, but it's also the place for the most comprehensive coverage of high school playoff and championship events in all sports from across the country. PlayOnSports.com, high school sports lives here. And as we just mentioned, the Lady Hornets are not the only team with a #1 seed in the house. The men's football team also with a #1 seed advancing to that championship game against Paradise next week.
And we'll have that for you right here on PlayOnSports.com. Here's the serve, up in the air by Boyle, and we got a double on Kirshner again.
Unforced errors are really starting to take a toll here in the second set for the Wolves. They're gonna have to, steel their nerves and find a way to get back into this thing.
They've been pretty crisp for both teams, actually, until this last sequence by Shasta, where they're struggling a bit outside. Boyle off the block, playable by Enterprise. DePauli brings it back. Over in 3 goes Carroll. Here's a pass near side. Webb, it skims along the net, and a block by Rachel Martin.
Yeah, beautiful block there by Rachel Martin, going toe-to-toe with Amanda Webb. She put a lot of power behind that shot, but it got rejected back. Nice play.
Paige Henning on the serve. Dug by Boyle. Kirshner, back row, Batman into the net. Substitution, Marissa Weber, up off the bench, is going to replace Becca Boyle in the lineup. Boyle, the freshman, to the bench for Shasta. Serving is Henning. Dug by Batman, bump set, back row. Batman on the attack, short again. Got to be nervous time for Coach Hillary Freeman. Already using 1 timeout and now trailing 14-6. Henning serve out.
And that might be the break they needed just to give themselves a point and readjust themselves, readjust their focus. Let's see if Jamie Clemens here get them back on track.
Clemens set to come in. She will serve, replacing Amanda Weber. Into the ball game as well, Danielle Raymond is going to replace Kirshner. Clemens to serve. 14-7. DePauli back in one. Batman up in the air. Clemens outside on the attack. Weber blocked. And a lift. Was that Martin again? Wow.
Yeah, Martin being a real disruptor on that side of the line. That's a shame because that was a very nice set right there by Jamie Clemens.
Wolf the serve, dug by Kuntz. Here's a backside set to Weber, dug by DePauli. Carroll's going back row DePauli. Blocked, but we've got a net violation against Shasta.
Yeah, that's too bad. That's one of the few times that DePauli's spike was stopped at the line. Let's see if they can get that going again.
Serve, Doug. Pass, far side. Too long. Raymond can't get it down. 17-7, and that's the final timeout being called by Shasta. Enterprise in the driver's seat. In fact, ever since the football team showed up to cheer, they have racked up the points. I don't know if that's a directly attributable coincidence or not, but
they must be getting some good chi from those helmets over there.
That's right. That's what it is. Well, fans certainly enjoying themselves today here at Red Bluff High School, and hope you're joining us as enjoying yourselves as well wherever you're following the action from around the world here on PlayOnSports.com. You can get our games on pretty much any kind of mobile device or other device you've got. If you got an app on YouTube, on your TV, you can follow our content there. You want it on your computer? Well, of course. How about your phone? Sure. iPad? Why not? Serving it, Kiana Wolf. Backside pass, blocked. Another one, Martin and Arbizo combined.
Yeah, Martin and Arbizo really swarming the net here in the second set. And it might be a little bit of a panic time for the Shasta Wolves.
Certainly in game two. Wolf sends it wide, 18-8.
And they're going to have to find a way to climb back in this thing because they do not want to go down 2 sets to 0 to this Hornets squad.
Substitutions. Now we got Johnson had stepped up to replace Boyle, and then had stepped away back to the bench. And now we got some confusion on the part of Shasta.
It looks like they're going to get a delay penalty here.
Aaron Farrell, our down official, is going to award the serve to and the point to Enterprise because of the confusion and the substitution and the delay.
That is a critical mistake,
especially at this point in the year.
At this point in the year and in this point in the game when they need to make a big push to try to get back in this game, and that mental lapse could cost them dearly here in the second set.
Arbizo serving. Dug by Johnson. Here's a pass near side. The tap off the block playable. Shasta up in the air. Clemens going to bump set, and we got DePauli with a net violation. 19-9. Set to serve is Sage Milestone with a jump serve. Deep ball, nice dig by Cram, great passing. Here's a pass to Pauly, blocked, first time in the game. Lana Brown, Danielle Raymond.
Yeah, those two, the tallest players on the Shasta squad. They're gonna have to really step it up here again.
Milestone serve, dug by Cram. Pass at the net, DePauli this time, one-on-one, puts it away.
And she has been delivering stingers all night against the Wolves. Another thunderous one right there to put her team up 10 points.
Serve Cram, dug by Johnson. Outside Batman, off the block, the point. Another block, this time it was Rebecca Watt who got most of that one for Enterprise.
Yeah, both lines started off pretty strong, but it's now Enterprise who's kind of enforcing their will in this set.
Johnson the dig. Back set on the slide to Brown, and we got a net violation against Enterprise. Kirshner's going to check back in. And she will go to serve. Out of the ball game goes Jamie Clemens. In Amanda Webb. And an ace for Kirshner. 21-12.
Yeah, the Wolves need her to start getting a rhythm here, maybe pick up a few more aces to make this thing a ball game again.
Dig from the back. Here's a set near side. DePauli off the tape. Shasta makes it 21-13.
Yeah, if Kirshner can get in rhythm here and that large front line, tall front line for the Wolves can get it together, they might make a little run here.
Arbizo to Carroll. DePauli on the tap, blocked. Kept alive by Enterprise. Blocked again is DePauli. Still alive. DePauli's going to send it deep and another block. Lana Brown, 3 blocks in a row. Timeout Enterprise, 21-14. The Hornets lead, but Shasta making a move.
And I think they found something with that front lineup right there. You know, the two twin towers able to match the front line of the Hornets, able to make some critical putbacks right there, and some nice serves by Kirshner.
Well, Kirshner, the serves, and great defense at the net on DePauli, who'd been pretty much unstoppable for about a game and a half. Now 21-14 our score. Enterprise leading, and leading 1-0. But Kirshner trying to lead her team back. Kirshner serve, Arbizo the dig. Back row pass from Carroll, dug by Johnson off Arbizo's swing. Here's Batman deep, out.
It looks like she just missed it on that one. Just put a little bit too much on it. See if she calms down and puts it in the back corner again.
Serving is McKenna Carroll. Nice dig by Batman. Bumps that Kirshner over in 3 Kuntz. Here's Carroll at the net. Great set. Even better save by Kuntz. Free opportunity for Enterprise. Cram to Carroll. Near side to Pauly.
And you're almost the one with the souvenir right there,
That's
Jeff.
right. Young lady to my left grabbed it with the 2 hands before I could stretch out and get it with 1. 23-14. Deep ball out. And once again, Kuntz ducking to avoid touching a ball that was clearly on its way out of bounds.
Yeah, she's definitely a feisty one and has been all over the court for the Wolves tonight.
Nicole Batman to serve. Dug by Cram. Carroll, back row, Arbizo. Batman up in the air. Kuntz brings it back. Who's going to get it? Over in 3, barely by Shasta. Here's a pass, near side. DePauli blocked. Cram gets it over. It's on the line. We got a touch. We got all kinds of stuff. Touch on Shasta. 24-15. Game point.
I do like that matchup with Amanda Webb on DePauli, able to take away a little bit of the height advantage right there and force her to make a more difficult shot.
That was a touch on Webb, who tried to pull her hands away at the last minute but got a piece of the ball. DePauli trying to close it out for Enterprise in game 2. Up in the air, Kuntz. Kirshner. Straightaway Brown, in. There's a little bit of a pulse left for Shasta here in game 2, but not much. As set to serve, Marissa Kuntz. Here's Carroll, pass middle, blocked, out. Enterprise wins it, 25-16 in game 2.
Down and not out, and looks like we're going to have another timeout here.
Yes, as that was the game.
Oh, that was the game. Sorry, I didn't see. That was 24. My bad. My bad for folks at home.
25-16. But it just shows you the efficiency with which Enterprise is playing. You just kind of get lulled into it, and you're going, oh, wait, that's it. Look at that. They won.
Yeah, very much so. They are a smooth running machine right now with Pauly, once again, in this set, showing her strength in the serving. Now, the Wolves came out and they had some opportunities in their front line, had some nice blocks, unfortunately had some unforced errors, and I think that you know, the delay was also a big call too that kind of stymied whatever momentum they had as well.
So how does Shasta bounce back here?
Well, they really need Brown to get going. I mean, they need the Brown and Batman connection to get going right now. They are the two leaders of this team, and they've been playing well, but they really need to kick up a notch, especially down 2-0.
Meanwhile, for Enterprise, it strikes me just more of the same.
Yeah, exactly, more of the same. You know, you're obviously getting the matchups that you like with Pauly. You're serving the ball well. I think if the Hornets can if the Hornets can play mistake-free in this set, they have a really good chance of sweeping the Wolves.
Well, have the Wolves been swept by Enterprise so far this year? Just once in a best 2 out of 3 in a tournament. 2-0 was the final in that particular one. But Shasta won 3-1 in their last meeting. They won 2-1 earlier in the year, and then lost 3-1 and 2-1 in a couple other matches. So this is, as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, the 6th time that Enterprise is facing Shasta. And Mike Hayworth has an interesting schedule right now because he's got girls volleyball that he's coaching in a championship game. He also coaches the boys basketball program.
Oh, wow.
Practice started a couple weeks ago. He was telling me, well, I've only got 5 kids on the team right now for basketball because 9 of them are still playing football. Enterprise playing this coming Saturday against Paradise for a section title. He said, and then if we're in the state playoffs, obviously Enterprise, both teams advance to state here today, and if you win, you get a home game. You lose, you're on the road. You play next Tuesday. You got a game after that if you win. Then you got a game after that. Basketball's got a tournament a week from Tuesday. He doesn't get his football players for basketball until next week.
Does he schedule in eating and sleeping anytime between them?
I don't know.
No?
And he teaches. I don't know how he pulls it off.
Wow, what an incredible energy that is.
And he's been doing that for a long time. This isn't an emergency, let's throw Coach Hayworth in to coach boys basketball. He's been doing both sports very successfully for quite a while.
Well, as I said,
I got worn out just trying to follow his schedule. Shasta to serve here as we begin game 3. That was Kuntz on the serve. Now Johnson on a slide. Brown from the feed from Clemens. Back row. Wolf over in 3. Kuntz, Clemens, slide again, Brown, and she beats the block.
It's an encouraging start to the set for Brown. She actually had some nice blocks in that last set, and she needs to keep that going here.
Kuntz, who's been a really steadying presence defensively and even a little bit on the attack from the back.
Yeah, she's been very scrappy all day.
As the libero, here's Arbizo. Wow, kept alive by Shasta. What a play. Back row DePauli off the block. Playable again by Shasta. Back row Johnson over. DePauli digs right at the net, and Carroll puts it away. And we got a net violation against Shasta, the point to Enterprise.
That's too bad because the Shasta Wolves are fighting tooth and nail in that possession. Nice job by the Enterprise Hornets to stay calm and make an effective play there.
Batman, Clemens on the slide. Brown wide. Good call by our linesperson, Bernie Elliott.
Yeah, that's too bad because Brown got really up on that one. She wanted to hammer that one home.
I like the play call, though, where they're going to the slide play frequently. Arbizo's serve. Dug by Batman, gets a return pass, off the block, playable, Cram up in the air. Here's a set, outside, DePauli beats the block. Kristen DePauli is a machine.
Certainly running on all cylinders right now with her spikes, with her blocks, even having a nice serve or two.
She may be a Terminator. Here's a pass outside, and into the net. Raymond can't get it over. 4-1 Enterprise.
A critical time here for the Wolves. They can't let this one get too far out of hand on them.
Dig by Johnson. Clemens near side, Batman over, deep ball, gets it in. Back to serve, Marissa Kirshner.
And it looks like Amanda Webb just checked in the game too.
Dig by DePauli. Set, backside, over the block. Nice dig by Kuntz. Kirshner sets middle Brown. Playable. Arbizo athletic play. Outside, DePauli, deep ball out. I'm impressed with the teams here, though. Very athletic volleyball.
Yeah, very entertaining to watch. You can kind of tell the level between the divisions, and it definitely has kicked up a notch here.
Set, DePauli taps it over. Dug by Johnson. Pass middle Brown. Up in the air, Cram, but she can't keep it alive.
Yeah, Cram, like her counterpart, Kuntz, has been all over the court, digging out balls everywhere. Just couldn't get a handle on that one that time.
Our score tied at 4. Kirshner serving. Cram to Carroll. DePauli. What a dig by Johnson. Kuntz over in 3. Cram is there. Carroll's going to set outside again. DePauli blocked. Shasta defense is going to get him back in this match. Wolves with the lead.
Yeah, DePauli has been a machine, but when they've combined Webb and Brown on that side, it's really neutralized her a bit.
Here's DePauli again. Over the block, dig by Kuntz. Kirshner is going to set near side. Batman. And a timeout is going to be called by Enterprise. Now trailing 6-4 in game 3.
And I think you're right, Jeff. I think that slide play is very effective for the Wolves and got them back in this game. Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're watching here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the PlayOn Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Jeff Kurtz alongside Nick Dobus. Nick, we would be remiss if we didn't also thank our other members of our broadcast crew here today. Ron Borges, our producer, Justin Barney, who's so far brought you all 4 games with video. Ron's produced all 4, and they're going to do yeoman's work and do another one right after this. Pleasant Valley Chico is this one out. And it's a 7-4 Shasta lead in game 3. Serve Kirshner. Outside DePauli. Blocked but beats it. 7-5 in the side out. But you're right, that side of Webb and Brown combining has somewhat neutralized DePauli, or at least made her, if she was at 100% of a threat before, now maybe 90.
Yeah, I don't think she can quite tee off as much now, but it did work out for her in that favor.
Pass middle Brown, blocked. Nice combo by DePauli and Rebecca Watt. Cram to serve. Kuntz, Kirshner, nice set. Wolf up in the air after Brown got it over. Here's DePauli again. Kuntz digs. Kirshner, backside, Batman, dug by Wolf. DePauli with a good approach, deep ball out.
See, what I really think that lineup is forcing DePauli to do, instead of driving it home, she's going to have to make adjustments on the ball, try to put a little more air on it, and you can see right there it results in an out of bounds.
That's right. She has to get it over the arms of Webb and Brown and is sending it too far. Dig by Arbizo. Set, middle. Nice job getting it in. A quick hitter to Watt.
Yeah, and a very nice counter play there. They've been trying to get DePauli. Nice little counter play to get Watt. The nice little dump for the point.
Carroll serving. Dug by Kuntz. Kirshner, middle. Brown beats the block.
Well, I said that Brown needed to come alive here in this set, and she certainly has, and she's going to get a well-deserved breather on the bench.
Kuntz to serve. Cram back in 1. Kuntz up in the air. Kirshner outside, set, Webb off the block, playable, nice up by Carroll. Arbizo over in 3, out.
Yeah, a little miscommunication right there by the girls. And Enterprise is starting to show faces of concern.
Arbizo the dig. Carroll, that's a carry.
Yeah, the Hornets losing their composure here a little bit in this third set.
Serving is Kuntz. Cram the dig. Pass middle, nice job. Another quick hitter to Watt. That's what's been working for Enterprise lately, is a quick pass to Watt in the middle.
Yeah, instead of having the windup to DePauli on the outside, just a little quick hit there. Let's see what DePauli does here.
Honor serve, dug by Batman. Kirshner going to go near side. Boyle couldn't handle it, a little too close to the net. 11-9, Shasta.
Yeah, that's a tough play. I think even if she would have made that play, she would have hit the net anyway, so just a great effort to no avail.
DePauli serves again. Batman digs. Kirshner, backside, Webb, tap over, Cram. Carroll, outside Arbizo, down the line, wide. She's been trying that line the whole time. There's just not much of an angle there, and she's been missing more often than not.
Yeah, it is a tough angle for her on that side right there. Let's see if Coach Hayworth maybe tries to mix her back inside so she can have a more steady target.
Jamie Clemens back into the ball game to serve for Shasta. Cram digs. Carroll outside. Arbizo off the block. Nice job by Kuntz. Batman back row. Cram over and one. Boyle wants the ball. Instead they go the other way on the tap over to Raymond. Here's Carroll outside Arbizo. Nice redirect with the right hand on a ball that was sent way outside to her left. Boyle off the block. We got a net violation against Wolf.
Yeah, not only did she have to make an adjustment with that hand there, but she was floating out of bounds. Very nice play right there by Arbizo.
Michaela Slinkard is going to check into the game right away for Wolf, and another kill for Watt.
It looks like Watts also is going to get a well-deserved break here, bringing in Paige Henning.
Nice job by Watt on the rotation. Henning in. Wolf, after a quick breather, replaces Slinkard. Here's the serve, Paige Henning. 13-10 Shasta. Looking to make it 14-10 here. Boyle's going to send it deep. DePauli plays it. It looks like it was going out. Arbizo deep ball kept alive by Batman. Near side, the kill. Back and the point. What a play by Paige Henning.
Yeah, I was almost about to chalk that one up for a score for the Wolves, but Paige Henning getting reeled down to make that play and gives her team the point instead.
And back to the service line for Henning. Here's a pass near side, and unable to make the play is Raymond.
Yeah, she was trying to send her the ball back in play, but kind of proved to be too hard and kind of got up a little gingerly after that one too.
13-12, Enterprise trails by one. Henning ball in. Clemens going to go back row. Kuntz to DePauli. Back row DePauli over the block. Batman on the overpass and the point. Rachel Martin. And we're tied at 13.
Yeah, it was the Wolves who got the early jump on the Hornets in this set, but the Hornets have come roaring back to tie it up.
Henning serves. Up in the air, Kuntz. Clemens, backside Boyle over the block. DePauli is there. Carroll's going to go to Wolf. Cross court, out.
Looks like she just missed that too. What a great shot. Was just about 4 inches out of bounds.
Whole host of substitutions for Enterprise. We'll reset for you. Cram, DePauli, Arbizo in the back. Wolf, Martin, Carroll in the front. On to serve is Betsy Johnson for Shasta. DePauli to Carroll, back row pass. DePauli beats the block. Raymond nearly lost her head as it ricocheted off of Johnson. Or excuse me, off of Sage Milestone. Milestone, Clemens, Webb in the front. Batman, Johnson, Kuntz in the back. For Shasta going right to left, we're tied at 14. Into the game, Slinkard a little too far. 15-14.
Now this is a true gut check time here for the Wolves. You had the lead, you got it back. Now you got to build upon that so you can win this set.
Overpass and the point. Milestone's jump serve, one of the few we've seen today so far, is pretty tough to defend. Over and one. Dug by Milestone. Clemens going middle. Brown. Dug by Cram. Net violation against Brown, and she reaches for that leg. I think couldn't tell if she'd hurt her foot or if she was just adjusting her knee pad. But she appears to be okay. The point goes to Enterprise.
Yeah, I know I mentioned this before, but Cram really brought her lunch pail to work today, getting down and dirty on that floor, saving a lot of spikes there for the Hornets.
16-15. Dig by Batman. Here's the kill, out just from Brown, and we're tied at 16. Here's a serve, Arbizo. Dig by Johnson. Clemens goes backside, hangs on the net. Raymond is blocked by DePauli and Martin. And now the Hornets with the lead.
It doesn't really matter who you put in that slot. DePauli and Blank, those two in the front line have played an excellent game.
Here's the attack. Batman blocked by Martin and Carroll, and a timeout by Shasta. They trail by 2 here in game 3. They trail 2 games to none. It's 18-16 here on your destination for high school sports and the Northern Section Girls Volleyball Championships, PlayOnSports.com.
Stay tuned for the PlayOnSports.com postgame show, where we will select our player of the game, as well as wrap up all the action from this ballgame. That's coming up following the game on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. And the Wolves are doing their best to delay that postgame show. Really needing a solid effort here to force it to a third set. A fourth set.
Jeff Kurtz alongside Nick Dobis. Shasta calling that timeout. Trailing by 2, 18-16. Meanwhile, Marissa Kuntz having a conversation with our chair, Molly Lex. I'm not sure regarding what, but something that Coach Freeman wanted communicated to our official. Arbizo to serve. Deep ball out. Coach Hayworth just shaking his head. You hate to give away free points to your opponent.
No, especially when you really got them where you want them with 2 sets. It's an opportunity for them to really take over, and they missed it.
Kirshner, dug by Cram, back row. This is Wolf on the attack, and that's out. It almost looks like Enterprise trying to do too much on those last 2 points.
Yeah, I think, they're just a little antsy to get this set over with, but they need to focus in right now.
Carroll outside DePauli. That's a great equalizer. Want to settle in, feed the ball to DePauli.
Yeah, I was going to say nothing really settles the nerves. With a nice strike by DePauli. Let's see if that gets this team back on track.
Cram with her team up by 1. Kuntz, Kirshner, near side, down the line, out from Amanda Webb. 20-18. Cram back to the service line. Cram floats one over. Kuntz digs. Kirshner on the slide to Brown. Blocked. Back in one, Kirshner. Cram up in the air. Carroll, DePauli taps it deep. Dug by Johnson. Kirshner backside. Batman cross court. Wolf over in 1. Kuntz is there. Kirshner goes middle. Brown. Cram hits it twice. 20-19. Boyle will replace Johnson in the lineup for Shasta. Back to serve. Batman. DePauli. Carroll back to DePauli. Blocked. Wolf unable to keep it going as Enterprise, and we are tied at 20.
And there's that lineup we were talking about earlier with Webb and Brown not letting DePauli get a free shot on that left side.
Dig by Arbizo. Set. DePauli. Blocked. It's that Webb-Brown combination. Timeout Enterprise. 21-20. Shasta has regained the lead. Well, you called it earlier on, Nick. Anytime Brown and Webb are lining up on DePauli on that far side, that's negating the threat that DePauli poses.
It really has taken off the edge of DePauli's sting right there. And Enterprise is going to have to adjust to it whenever they see that lineup. Maybe try another little shift play or slide play to the other side in order to catch the Wolves napping on the weak side.
Well, who would that option be? Rebecca Watts back in the game. She had a few attacks from the middle.
Yeah, she
They
has
were pretty effective.
She has had a very nice game in the middle as well.
Especially with Arbizo in the back row right now. Serving is Batman. Arbizo, Cram, back row Arbizo on the attack. Battle at the net, point to Enterprise. We are tied at 21. Serving is McKenna Carroll. Nice dig by Batman. Kirshner goes middle. Brown, we got a double. Coach Hayworth, like a good jockey in a horse race, sensing his horse is making a turn for the final quarter pole, is telling his team, let's go and finish this one up. Carroll with the serve. Kirshner, near side. Boyle blocked. Boyle keeps it alive. Kirshner the other way. Webb flat-footed over off the block, playable. We got a net violation against Enterprise. We're tied at 22. On a situation where you got a flat-footed over right there. Tough break for the Hornets. And on to serve Marissa Kuntz for Shasta. Dug by Arbizo. Carroll, middle, Watt, tap. Nice dig, Kirshner. Over to Webb. Webb gets it deep and in.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if Webb was going to make the adjustment on that play. Nicely sticks her arm out and it just does fall in that back corner.
That was perfect.
That was, yeah, it couldn't have been placed any better. You're right, Jeff.
Kuntz to serve. Service error. We're tied at 23. Tough break for Marissa Kuntz, who's played a very good match.
Yeah, she's just going to have to put that one behind her right now because she needs to find a way to get her team 2 points.
Kristen DePauli to serve. That serve is clean. Batman up in the air. Kirshner near side. This is Boyle blocked, kept alive. Kuntz redirects over in 3. What a play by Batman!
Just flying out of nowhere to make the nice punch, to put it in, to give her team a 1-point lead. And oh boy, do they need this point to make it 2-1.
Clemens is going to serve. A game point for Shasta.
That's a good choice. She is third in aces on the team.
Cram, Carroll, bump set back row, DePauli over the block and the point. And we're going to have extra points here in game 3. We're tied at 24. You played at 25, win by 2.
Wouldn't have it any other way, Jeff. This is pretty exciting volleyball here in the North State.
Martin into the front row. Paige Henning, who's been a very effective server for Enterprise, now at the service line. Kuntz, Clemens, back row, Boyle in. And another game point for Shasta.
Yeah, the Wolves just finding just enough real estate on that back line to keep their championship hopes alive. They're gonna need a big set or big serve here.
Betsy Johnson, the senior. Cram up in the air. Carroll back row DePauli off the block. Playable by Shasta. Free ball over, nice defense. Cram, Carroll, outside, Arbizo blocked, and Shasta is gonna extend this match.
Sit tight, folks, because this one is definitely not over yet. As you said earlier, Jeff, it was only one time that these Hornets swept the Wolves. So they are not going anywhere anytime soon.
Wow. Shasta had to dig deep for that one several times.
And they got a key play there by Kuntz. What a great save to keep the ball alive. Almost hit the rafters. And the Wolves able to capitalize and force a fourth set here.
Well, folks, don't go anywhere in this exciting Division III championship game. Division II to follow. We will have that for you at approximately 7 p.m. That's our scheduled time. Meanwhile, Shasta extending this one, and as Michael Jackson plays in the background, Thriller. We've got a thriller going on right here on this court, and Shasta fans pretty fired up after the last series of points gave the Wolves a Game 3 win.
Yes, they do, and I think the Wolves, like we said earlier, have found a nice combination on that front line with Webb and Brown. Enterprise are going to have to make some adjustments to it, and I think Arbizo, who's made some misses earlier in that last set, has really got to lock it in and help DePauli out in the scoring department.
Yeah, somebody else has now got to step up for Enterprise consistently. I mean, Watt had a few. Martin had a couple, but you need someone else you can go to reliably, because Shasta's found a nice counter for DePauli on one side, and that's a Brown-Webb combo block. Slowing DePauli down a little bit.
Yeah, and let's see if that big win breathes a lot of new life in the Shasta team. It would be very interesting if they tie it up here. This is the first match since our first match that hasn't been a complete sweep, so a nice refreshing change of pace from our other two championship games earlier.
You're following the action on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're watching here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Enterprise took game one 25-21, took game two rather handily 25-16. Shasta takes game three 26-24. Martin, Carroll, DePauli, Wolf, Watt, and Arbizo on the floor for Enterprise. Now Watt will come out, cram in. Shasta is going to counter.
And I think it's going to be critical for the Wolves was to not let the Hornets get too big of a lead and put it out of stretch like they did the first two sets. They kept it really close in that third set, and they're going to need to keep it really close to tie it up.
Our officials making sure they've got the lineup set. It's going to be Kuntz, Batman, Johnson, Milestone, Clemens, and Danielle Raymond, who's loosening up the shoulders there for what she hopes will be a lot of points coming off of her right arm. Arbizo to serve. We start game four. Nice job by Batman getting it over in three. DePauli. And there's the block. And this is one where you want to get that rotation as quickly as you can. Webb, Brown against DePauli, because DePauli is going to pepper your defense until that happens.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the adjustments that Mike Hayworth made. Try to get that ball over the line quicker.
Arbizo into the net. Sage Milestone to serve.
And Arbizo has had quite the roller coaster of the game so far.
And now Brown in the front row with Raymond. DePauli digs. Back set on a modified slide to Martin, dug by Johnson. Pass middle, Brown, point.
Very nice location right there by Brown.
Shasta's feeling it now, you can tell.
Yeah, you can tell the difference between the two benches. The Wolves totally into it. The Hornets looking a little shell-shocked over there on their bench.
Milestone to serve. Dug by Cram at the net. 50-50 ball kept alive by Enterprise. Cram sends it back, and the point. Johnson and Milestone ended up looking at each other and had a miscommunication. Kuntz back into the game, replacing Milestone.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but that only ties it right there. We still have an opportunity to take a lead.
Served by Cram. Dug by Johnson. Pass middle, Brown, and the point.
Yeah, it was Brown's performance earlier in that third set that really got this team fired up and brought them back in. Let's see if she can have the same performance here.
And now Brown and Webb in the front, and almost an ace for Kirshner. Here's DePauli on the attack. Off the block, playable. but then hits the back line. The point to Enterprise. We're tied at 3. Serve coming up here. Nice dig. Kirschner goes to Brown. Another point for Brown. Checking in is Becca Boyle. To the bench, Betsy Johnson. To the service line, Nicole Batman. Arbizo with the dig. Near side pass, Wolf, short.
Yeah, she's actually been really reliable about getting the ball over there most of the night. It's uncharacteristic mistake right there.
Another serve by Nicole Batman. This is a little bit of a misfire. It's going to be over in 3, though, by Arbizo. Kuntz, Kirschner, Boyle, dug by Arbizo. Carroll near side to Pauly, over the block. Nice dig by Batman. Kirschner bumps that back row, Kuntz. Deep ball out. Nice vision by Arbizo to let that one go.
Yeah, it can be very tempting, especially in a close ball game like this, to make a dive, but had the mindset just to let that one sell out.
DePauli, service error.
And she might be a little tired putting in the A+ effort that she's put in so far tonight.
Kuntz now to serve. The overpass, the tap back by Milestone. Carroll near side Arbizo, blocked. Thought we had a net touch. No, we just had the ball hit in the net, and now we got a point to Shasta.
And it looks like McKenna Carroll trying to circle up her team and get them motivated. Say, come on, ladies, let's get this together.
Kuntz the serve. Cram the dig. Here's the pass. Middle, blocked is Watt. Kept alive. Wolf going to set near side Arbizo. She's blocked. It is a stone wall right now on the part of Shasta, and a timeout's going to be called by Enterprise with a score 8-4 in favor of the Wolves and all the momentum on the Shasta bench.
It doesn't even look like the same volleyball team that was in that second set. They've really found some inspiration, really have dug deep to keep themselves alive, hanging on at 2-1, trying their best to make it 2-2 in this set right here.
Hillary Freeman's got to be really pleased with how her team's playing right now. Kuntz back to the service line. Her team has doubled up Enterprise here in game 4. Carroll trying to light a fire under the Enterprise Hornets to our right. Here's the serve. And a service error. Hits Amanda Webb right in the back between the numbers. That's fine. How do you do? Page heading on to serve. A very steady server for Enterprise.
And that's exactly what they need right now. Get some quick points to tie this thing up.
Float serve, dug by Boyle. Kirschner goes back to Boyle. Wow, Boyle got up. Nice block. At the net by Enterprise, though. Free opportunity for the Hornets. Here's a set, back row to Pauly, in.
And that's just a shame. Just another excellent effort by Kuntz earlier in the play to keep it alive. But DePauli once again buries it for another point.
8-6. Dig by Batman, outside Boyle, outside the antenna. Enterprise within 1.
And there's a couple of times that the Wolves have had trouble with their sets, letting that ball drift to the outside the antenna. Let's see if they kind of clean that up here.
Henning continues to serve. Deep ball, Boyle up in the air. Gets a pass. This is Batman, back row, out. We are tied at 8. Good call. Shasta crowd doesn't like it, but that was out.
Yeah, and Batman doesn't like it either, but I'm sure that's going to put a little more fire in her belly for the next one.
Henning serving again. Batman digs. Kirschner goes near side. Webb the tap. Battle at the net, a double on Webb. And now we got a net violation. Is the call against Enterprise.
And I think Coach Hayworth wants an explanation on that one.
It was a quick one. Not too much disagreement on the part of Coach Hayworth, who would continue the discussion if he felt he had more of a case. The point to Shasta. They're up 1, 9-8. Now on to serve. Jamie Clemens. DePauli digs, pass near side, Arbizo off the block, playable by Milestone, Batman over in 3. Here's a pass middle, Wolf gets up and gets it down. Kiana Wolf, big play, tied at 9.
Yeah, beautiful play there by Wolf. Jamie Clemens tried to throw the pancake down to keep it alive, but just it wasn't there in time.
Now Wolf goes back to serve. Batman, Clemens, great set. She was falling down, had to angle her arms up and make that play.
These Wolves showing a lot of tenacity right now with their backs against the wall.
Betsy Johnson now serving. DePauli with a dig. Carroll on the back set, deep ball out from Martin. 11-9 Shasta. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Enterprise has 1 here in game 4. Dig by Arbizo. Carroll goes back to Arbizo. Great approach block. Cram up in the air. Carroll's going to go to Arbizo again. Deep tap over. Kuntz is there. Clemens goes right in the middle. Milestone block by Martin. Johnson over. Cram. Carroll. Jump set near side. Arbizo gets the point.
That's too bad because Coons has been making those plays all night, keeping the ball alive.
That's why I held my note there for a minute just to see if he was going to make another one. Arbizo the serve. And the ace. I don't think Johnson was ready. Arbizo's been going down that right side all game, cut it back left.
Yeah, she's had a tough time earlier this game on the sides, but once she's got a nice target lined up, looks like she's a little bit dialed in.
Kuntz the dig. Clemens outside. Batman off the block. Dug by Wolf. Carroll near side. DePauli off the antenna and a double. 12-11 Shasta. Kuntz out. Brown into the front row. Milestone and her jump serve steps back to the service line for Shasta. Arbizo the dig. Over in 3 is DePauli. Here's a set to whom, I don't know, and neither does Clemens really. She had 2 choices, split the difference, and got called for a double.
You know, I said at the beginning of this set that Enterprise needed to play mistake-free, and they have for the most time. Just got to give a tip of the cap to the Wolves and the effort they're showing right now.
Tough pass at the net. Over in 3 is Johnson. Carroll near side. DePauli, big swing. Johnson off the light. Over. What hustle by Clemens. 50-50 ball blocked is Batman. Up again, blocked again. And we got 4. They're going to say into the tape. That does not negate, however, the effort by Jamie Clemens, who played that ball off the light, which is still shaking here at Red Bluff High School.
Yeah, made a nice play earlier with the ball on the ground and makes a spectacular one right there.
Cram with the ace. 14-12 Enterprise. Cram to serve. Float over, dug by Johnson. Batman brings it back. Clemens in 3. DePauli. Carroll, back to DePauli. And a timeout is going to be called by Shasta as they look a little out of sorts. 15-12, Enterprise leads it on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
PlayOn Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you the news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at PlayOn Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Our next game's tentatively scheduled to begin at 7 o'clock, pending the time and outcome of this one. That'll be Pleasant Valley and Chico. Frank Dorenzo and Nick Dobus will have the call of that one. I'm Jeff Kurtz, sitting along the said Nick Dobus as we're calling you this, bringing you this action. Lana Brown out of the timeout. Puts a stamp on Becky Cram, who's got Mikasa on the right shoulder of her jersey now, the white jersey, after that stinging kill by Brown. Now Kirshner sends a deep ball long on the serve, and it's 16-13 Enterprise.
Yeah, the Wolves need to just kind of settle in right now, realize they have a nice advantage. Just take a deep breath and trust in your talent.
Kirshner sets middle, sets it short, and a block by Watt. Sometimes you need that third option in a game to step up for you or in a match, and Rebecca Watt has been that third option for Enterprise with a few kills, and they're a nice block to give her team a 4-point lead. Dig by Batman, Kirshner middle, Brown. Off the triple, Brown block, plays it back. Bump set, back row, Arbizo up and over. Batman, Kirshner, back to Batman, into the net. Shasta has one more timeout they can use. They trail by 5. I think if Enterprise gets another point or two, Coach Freeman will use it. Up in the air, Batman. Bringing it up, Kirshner. All the way back, Johnson, no.
Yeah, I was going to say either make a timeout or make some substitutions right here because this lineup is flustered right here.
Batman looks tired. Marissa Webb is going to come in and replace her.
That's a good call. Batman doesn't have to sit out too long, but just to give her some time just to catch a breath or two.
And they go right at Weber. She gets the ball in the air. Nice attack from the back row by Kuntz. Almost. Good effort by Enterprise. But Kuntz on the back row attack gets the point. It's 19-14. And now a whole host of substitutions. Batman's going to come in and replace Weber. Boyle will replace Johnson. Batman goes to serve. Enterprise 6 points away from a title. They're still 6 points away.
And Nicole Batman is loving that serve she just tossed up right there. Nice little low liner over the net, and the Hornets couldn't do anything about it.
Batman serves, dug by Arbizo. Carroll, backside, DePauli beats the block. 20-15.
And DePauli has had several of those kills where there are Wolves in the area, but the ball just didn't bounce their way.
DePauli serves. Kuntz, Kirshner, middle Brown, overpass. Watt is there, sent back by Shasta. Here's a pass near side, Arbizo up, beats the block. And a net violation on top of it. 21-15 Enterprise, they're 4 away.
Yeah, the Wolves have gotten a little sloppy on their sets late in the set. You're going to have to clean that up in order to get some nice passes going.
DePauli, Kuntz, battle, Watt, it rolls over the net. Watt again, nice dig by Kuntz. Outside, this is Boyle, off the block, playable, kept alive by Enterprise. Kuntz, Kirshner, this time near side, Webb into the net. Three away for Enterprise. DePauli out. Well, if Shasta's going to make a run, it's got to be right now, Nick. They trail 22-16, and they need to get this to about a 1-point game, I think, 22-21 to really have a shot. They need 5 in a row from Kuntz.
And they really can't afford any errors either.
Pass middle, Watt. Nice job, Boyle getting there from the back row. Kuntz on the attack. DePauli, Carroll, that's Wolf, blocked. Wolf up in the air. Carroll near side, and into the net goes Arbizo. And that was one of the 5 that Shasta needed to get, according to my calculation, for what it's worth. 22-17. Cram up in the air. Carroll, back row, DePauli. Oh, the swat by Milestone. The timeout by Enterprise. Shasta trails by 4.
Milestone, who's been a steady hand at the service line, comes in clutch right there with a huge block and makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Milestone one-on-one against DePauli from the back row.
Let's see if the Wolves have one more push in them to try to keep their championship hopes alive.
They trail 2-1 to the Wolves. They are the defending Division II champion, but have dropped down to Division III this year due to enrollment. Enterprise, a runner-up last year in this division. Cram, kept alive by Watt. Arbizo into the net. 22-19. Well, we said Kuntz needed to get 5. She's gotten 3. Arbizo up in the air. Carroll, back row DePauli, deep ball. Kuntz digs. Kirshner, far side. This is Boyle. What a kill.
And just when you think they're out of the game and the Enterprise faithful are ready to celebrate, the Wolves do make that push. They're still down by 2 points, but momentum has definitely shifted back in their favor.
Kuntz got a nice little thing going here. Cram, Carroll, back row DePauli again. Batman can't keep it alive. 23-20. 2 points away is Enterprise. And here comes Paige Henning. Henning has had a lot of quality serves in this match. The dig by Boyle. Kuntz just gets there. Boyle into the net. And it is championship point for Enterprise, and they've got 4 of them. Henning trying to serve this one out. Enterprise fans on their feet. Batman can't handle it. The ace, and Enterprise is your winner.
Game, set, championship Hornets. Played a nearly flawless few sets. Got to give a tip of the cap here to the Wolves for coming back and making it a 2-1, but the power of Enterprise proved to be too much for the Wolves.
Enterprise wins it 25-21, 25-16, 24-26, 25-20. The first championship for Enterprise in girls volleyball since 2008. They defeat Shasta 3-1 to take the title. Stay tuned for the PlayOnSports.com postgame show. We'll have an interview with our player of the game for the victorious Enterprise Hornets after the awards ceremony right here on your destination for high school sports and the Northern Section Girls Volleyball Championships. PlayOnSports.com. Back with more in a moment.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Jeff Kurtz here on the PlayOnSports.com postgame show, joined by our player of the game, Kristen DePauli of the victorious Enterprise Hornets, 3-1 winners over Shasta. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
You were an effective weapon today, certainly from the back, from the front. What was the
Thank you.
key to your success against Shasta, a team you've now played 6 times over the course of the year?
Well, it's just practice that we work really hard, and our team has a lot of chemistry, and so we're able to work together a lot, and so that's what really brings us together and makes us succeed. So.
What did you guys learn from last year, getting to this game, falling just a little bit short? What have you worked on over the course of the last year as a team that allowed you guys to win the championship here today?
We break everything down. We work on our passing and our setting, like everything specifically, and like our hitting, and we just work on everything. I don't know.
Coach Hayworth drills you guys pretty well, doesn't he?
Yep.
As you were going through this game, Shasta wins game 3. What was the mindset of your squad then going into that game 4? Because that was a close one where you guys could have conceivably closed it out in 3 games, yet you were forced to a 4th. How was the mindset going into that 4th game?
Well, we knew we had to step it up and just keep staying ahead of everyone and just keep pushing our points. So I just keep pushing it.
Anyone else on your team who you thought really had a really solid game? We mentioned Rebecca Watt. Quite a bit stepped up into maybe a 3rd scorer role for you guys. Anyone else you wanted to mention you thought played particularly well?
Rachel Martin had a lot of blocks tonight. She had a lot. And McKenna was doing great with her sets. She was very consistent. And Becky was getting all our passes, getting a lot of digs.
How easy is it for you to execute on when you do well, when you've got McKenna Carroll feeding you the ball pretty much wherever you want, however you want it, from a variety of angles?
Yeah, she's so consistent. She's an amazing setter. I couldn't do it without her. So.
Have you guys talked about how you're going to celebrate this championship tonight?
Not yet. Probably going to go out to dinner or something. I don't know.
A little bit of food and then on to the state playoffs for the Enterprise Hornets. You guys
really
get a home
excited.
game.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Kristen DePauli, our PlayOnSports.com player of the game. Again, big winners, 3-1 over Shasta to take the Division III title. We'll be back with more on the postgame in just a few moments. Please stay with us.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Back here on PlayOnSports.com, with the PlayOnSports.com postgame show from Division III. Jeff Kurtz rejoined by Nick Dobus. Nick, we just heard from our player of the game, Kristen DePauli, who said a lot of people contributed to this win for Enterprise. They took a lot from last year's loss in the championship, applied it to this year's win. It turns into a 3-1 victory for Enterprise and another title in the trophy case at Enterprise High School.
Yeah, and that's certainly the case. Obviously, DePauli had a great game, but she needed some X factors to step up, especially with Watt ruling the center, making some big blocks as well. So great team effort here by Enterprise tonight to claim another division title.
It wasn't easy, though. Shasta, with a big comeback, taking game 3 and then forcing Enterprise to the limit of game 4.
No, that's right. The Wolves could have very easily packed it in and called it quits, but they showed a lot of fight, and they came back nicely in that 3rd set. Really tried to push it again in that 4th set, but you know, they could be a very potentially dangerous team in the state playoffs.
Well, both teams will have another game. Shasta will be on the road. Enterprise will be at home. State playoffs start Tuesday. But, folks, we got one more game left for you. Chico and Pleasant Valley. Frank Dorenzo will have the call on that one, along with Nick Dobus. That'll close us out here on PlayOnSports.com with the Division II Championship scheduled to start at approximately 7 p.m. We'll hope you'll stay with us for that. And until then, folks, we're your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.